guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would spill all of my hair secrets basically. I mean, they're not really secrets, this isn't stuff that I try to keep from people. It's just basically answering a lot of questions that I get all the time regarding my hair. I just thought doing a video like this it'd be so much easier to keep everything in one place rather than just trying to respond to everyone. So yeah, I asked you to send me loads of questions in on Instagram and you did not disappoint. I got so many questions about hair. I had no idea that you guys wanted to know so much about the blunt chop. So here we are filming a video. I thought the best way to film this would basically be to run down everything that I have done to my hair because a lot of the questions are around that, and then anything I haven't answered I'll just answer in like a Q&A style towards the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And yeah, let's just jump into the video. Okay, so first off, I thought I'd just let you know what like my natural hair is like before colour and extensions. So my natural hair is fine and straight, and the natural hair colour is this colour that you see here in my root. So it's kind of like a mousy brown colour. So that is my natural colour because a lot of people ask if I get like a colour put on the root or anything like that, and the answer is no. This is all natural. Okay, so when it comes to the colour, I get my colour done by Charlotte Louise Hair on Instagram. I'll pop her Instagram handle in the description box in case you want to go and check her out on there. Now when I actually go and see Charlotte, I don't actually ask for anything. She knows me so well, she's so good, she just works her magic. But I did send her a message on Instagram and I asked her to tell me what it is that someone should ask for if this is like the desired look. So what she does with my hair is a mix of balayage and baby lights scattered throughout, and then face framers at the front. And then she uses a sandy beige coloured toner just to get this kind of blonde. I personally am not a fan of like white or blondes that are too ashy on me and just against my skin tone. I've been there, I've had my hair that blonde before, and I just feel like the kind of sandier, more toned down blonde suits my skin tone better. And usually like pre-corona lockdown, I would usually have my hair coloured, I'd say twice a year. The good thing about having like a balayage style of colour is that it's so low maintenance. You can't see when it's grown out because it's scattered so finely across your hair and across your root. There's no like definitive line of when it grows out, so really good if you're not into your high maintenance colours, if you're not someone that wants to go and be having their roots done every 8 weeks. I'm definitely not that person, so this kind of hairstyle suits me to a T. And to be fair, during lockdown I went nearly 11 months, so nearly a year without having my colour done, and it still looked pretty decent. Like, you didn't look at my hair and be like, Jesus, she needs to go to the hair salon. And then when it comes to the cut, I just call this the blunt lob. So a lob just means long bob. And lots of people also message me to ask how I get it looking quite so like blunt. And a lot of people say that, you know, they've asked for this hair and it just hasn't quite turned out the same. So one thing I will say as well that is my biggest saviour is hair extensions. There is no way I would be able to get my hair looking so blunt at the front without hair extensions. Like I said earlier in the video, my hair is really fine, so when I don't have extensions I have kind of like choppy little layers where my hair just kind of breaks or doesn't grow as much, and it would be near impossible to get my hair looking this like thick. Well, it's not even that thick, but this kind of consistent all the way across. So yeah, hair extensions, that is my big secret for how I get it like this. And a lot of people are surprised when I say wear hair extensions because I think people think of hair extensions and think long princess or mermaid hair, and it's just not the case. Hair extensions are so versatile, and like I said, I've been wearing them for like 2.5, 3 years with my short hair, and I actually think they look really good. I think to look at my hair, not tooting my own trumpet, or I'm tooting the trumpet of the person that applied them really, but I think to look at my hair you wouldn't think she's wearing hair extensions, which is the best way to be, I think. You don't want to ever look like you're wearing extensions, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really pleased. But so talking of hair extensions, the type of hair extensions I get are called tape extensions. So I'll try and find a picture or video of what they look like sort of underneath my hair and put it in here. And I get them from Hair Rehab London, and I usually have the shade Rooted Supermodel. I've dabbled between a few shades over the last couple of years, to be honest, but that is the like most consistent shade, and that's the shade that looks like this. And I usually have about 50 grams worth of hair in, so not a lot at all. I barely have any at the back. As I said, it's mainly for me to fill out the gaps around the sides. So yeah, in terms of like the cost of hair, it's not as expensive as getting long hair. So with tape extensions, I personally feel like they're better suited to like shorter and blunter hairstyles, just because they're applied in strips as opposed to like individual bonds. So when they start to grow out, your hair obviously kind of grows with it and grows down in like chunkier strips, so it kind of maintains the blunt look, as opposed to bonds where, you know, you might pull on one so one might hang down, or I don't know. I mean, this is the first time that I'm not wearing tapes with this hairstyle, so I'll have to keep you posted on how I get on. So at the moment I am wearing nano bonds. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing nano bonds after I just said that tapes are usually better suited to this kind of hair. So basically last week I had a bit of a hair change and went longer, like down to about here, and I lasted 48 hours before I went back to my hairdresser and asked for her to do the blunt chop again. Anyway, rather than taking all the bonds out with all like the hair and just wasting the hair, we just cut it to a blunt bob and just thought, you know what, let's just see how this kind of hairstyle gets on with nano bonds. And so far so good. One thing I will say is that it's easier to tie your hair up with nano bonds. So if I want to do like a cute half up half down situation, or just tie my hair, scrape it up into a bun or a ponytail, it is easier with nano bonds. So I'll just show you what they look like. Hopefully you can see them there. You see how they're just individual tiny little bonds, and they're just scattered throughout my hair, mainly towards the sides like the tapes. I mainly need it for thickness around here, and these are actually Beauty Works extensions, so Hair Rehab don't do nano bonds. And I've got two different colours in here at the minute. So this is a mix of Honey Blonde and Sunset Boulevard, and those two colours together kind of make up the same colour in Hair Rehab. That's Rooted Supermodel. Had to do a little concoction, little mix of extensions to get the perfect colour, but whoever you go to apply your extensions, they'll be able to advise you best on colours and like colour matches, that sort of thing. So yes, I will keep you posted on how I get on with these nano bonds, but so far so good. I'm actually enjoying them. The girl that applies my extensions is called Styled by Sunita on Instagram, so I'll pop her link in the description box. I know she does do free consultations as well, so if you're not sure what type of extensions you want, or you want to know, like see all the different colours, that sort of thing, then yeah, just book in to have a consultation with her. So when you get the extensions put in, obviously you don't get extensions that are this length. I think the shortest extensions you can get are like 14 inch, so about this long. So when you have your extensions put in, you then have to cut them to get this chop. So Sunita, who puts my extensions in, she actually cuts my hair like this. So she's really good with cutting my hair and making sure it's dead straight. All I'll say on the cut is just make sure your hairdresser is a good one and knows what they're doing and is confident with cutting blunt hairstyles. If they leave it so it's too thick and chunky and blocky on the ends, it can almost look like you're wearing a really bad wig. I actually had one really bad haircut once. Sunita couldn't fit me in. I was impatient and I thought, you know what, I just need a trim. I literally just needed the ends tidying up. So I went to a really local hairdresser and she absolutely butchered my hair. So when I sat down in the chair, I actually had my hair tied up in a ponytail. So she took the bobble out, and obviously I had like a kink and like little kinks here and there from having my hair tied up. And then she just, without like straightening it to get it like straight, she just started cutting. I was like, surely when I now straighten my hair, that's no longer going to be like a straight cut. And it wasn't. So I got home and straightened it, and it was like I had steps in my hair. It was awful. Like honestly, I'm obviously not going to say where I went on here, but it was terrible. Like the worst cut I've ever had in my life. Just be careful when it comes to getting your cut, and make sure whoever is cutting it is confident and knows what they're doing. So yeah, that's the kind of secrets behind like the colour, the cut, the extensions. Hopefully me explaining what I have done to my hair kind of answers most questions. But yeah, I did get a few sort of like questions I didn't quite know how to group into this video, so I'm going to go through a few little extras that I got in as well. How do you wash your hair extensions? The exact same way as you wash your hair. So shampoo, conditioner, you don't have to be particularly gentle. I'll just go in as if I'm not wearing any, to be honest. And I usually wash my hair. Another question I got was how often I wash it. I wash my hair usually twice a week, Yeah, I'm not that religious about how many times a week I wash it. I wash it when it needs washing, basically. How do you keep your hair straight and stop your ends from kinking? Couple of tips when it comes to straightening your hair and making sure it stays straight. Section your hair before you straighten it. So I always split my hair kind of into the top layer and bottom layer. So I'll just tie the top layer out the way, straighten the bottom half, and then straighten the top. Another thing is wait for your hair to cool down before doing anything. So just as you would with curling your hair, when you do a curl in your hair, you don't brush the curl out straight away, you leave it to cool. It's exactly the same when it comes to straightening your hair. So once you've straightened like the bottom half of your hair, don't go in with a brush or with your hairspray or go straight outside. Give your hair like 5 minutes to cool down and then run through it with a brush and then put your hairspray on it. So yeah, just treat it the same way you would as though you're curling your hair when it comes to straightening it. And also, one thing I will say with extensions is extensions will 100% help your hair to hold a style. So whether you're straightening, whether you're curling, having extensions, I don't know the science behind it, but when I've got hair extensions in, my hair will hold its style so much better than if I didn't wear them. Like if I weren't wearing extensions now and I just had like my natural like fine hair, I could straighten it, but it wouldn't stay like this all day long. Whereas when I straighten it with my extensions, it will stay like this all day. What do you do to keep your hair undamaged? So first thing is I limit the amount of heat that I use on it. Although I obviously straighten my hair to get it like this, I won't straighten it again then until after I've washed it. And the same goes for curling. So because I've got extensions in and my hair will hold its style, once I've straightened it, I don't need to do it again. I might wake up in the morning and have like a kink here or something and just straighten that out, but I won't need to straighten the whole lot again. So yeah, having extensions for me means that I'd use a lot less heat on my own hair. So what's great is when I have these extensions taken out, my own hair is pretty much undamaged and looks really healthy because I haven't been killing it with heat every single day. Another thing I'd say is I use heat defense sprays, obviously. And I've got this 5-in-1 treatment from Living Proof that I use before I blow dry my hair. It's basically like an anti-freeze, like heat defense. All the products and things I'm mentioning, by the way, I will link in the description box. So yeah, that's mainly what I do in terms of keeping it undamaged. I don't have like a particular ritual. I don't use like a hair mask every single day, or I have hair masks that I really like. I really like the Coco and Eve, I think it's called Virgin Hair, something like that. And I really like Olaplex #3. That's really good for preventing damage and things like that. Can you show us how you do your wavy hair? I think I'm actually going to film an updated wavy hair tutorial. I did film one, but to be honest, I look back at it now and I cringe. Like, the video was just so bad. The technique hasn't changed, but I think I'm going to film an updated one this week and then upload it on the weekend. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely give you an updated version of that. But in short, I don't use curlers or like wavers. I use my hair straighteners. It's a really simple technique, and for me personally, I think it's the most effective technique. I really like the way my curls turn out when I do it that way. So yes, I will film a tutorial this week for you. How do you style your hair with the Dyson Air app? So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I recently treated myself to the Dyson Air app. In terms of using it, I use it every single time I like need to dry my hair. So obviously use the hairdryer and the smoothing brush element. Really like that. It just makes my hair so much more manageable. So love that part of it. I've used the like curling parts to it as well. It really makes my hair go like big and really bouncy and like a blowout, and I feel like I look really glamorous when I use the Dyson Air wrap. So I'll insert like a picture here of like how my hair goes when I use it. But yeah, if you do want a Dyson Air wrap tutorial for this length hair, then let me know in the comments and I'll get something filmed ASAP as well. Which hair straightener do you use? So I use the Cloud9 hair straighteners. What shampoo and conditioner do you use? I use the Pureology shampoo and conditioner. Basically, I look for shampoos that are sulfate free. So sulfate free shampoos and conditioners are much better for hair extensions, so I always tend to go towards them. One thing I will say with hair extensions, be extremely careful when it comes, if your hair extensions are blonde, is be extremely careful when it comes to using purple shampoos. So even though this hair is obviously, it's real human hair, you've got to remember it's not your hair. It has not grown from your head. You don't know what treatments, etc. has happened on that hair. It's just not the same. And I actually had a very bad experience where I used a purple shampoo just to kind of see if I could lift any brassiness, and it literally sent parts of my extensions purple, like actually purple. And my natural hair, it sent like a really nice kind of brighter blonde, but it just clung on to some of my hair extensions and they just went patchy and purple. It was a proper disaster. I had to wash my hair with like fairy liquid and Head and Shoulders and everything to try and get rid of it. So yeah, just be very, very careful when it comes to purple shampoos. Whoever does your hair extensions, they should be able to advise you on good shampoos and conditioners. Biggest hair mistake or regret? I really like that question. I wouldn't say I got any sort of hair regrets. I feel like it's just hair. It's just a bit of fun, do you know what I mean? You can change your hair. One thing I would say is though, when I was younger, I bought a box dye from the shop and dyed my hair really, really dark purple. It basically was black. It just looked purple in like really bright lights. And although that was like the thing at the time, like everyone was dyeing their hair purple or red, I could not get rid of it. Like once I'd had enough of it, it took so long to get rid of because it was so dark and it just like grabbed onto my hair. And oh my god, the growing out process for my dark purple hair was just a joke. So that will probably be my biggest hair regret. I think that's about it. I think I've answered pretty much everything there. The only thing I haven't answered is obviously like how I wave my hair, but that's going to be in a future vid, so I'm going to leave that here. Really hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I hope that kind of answered everything that you wanted to know about my hair. If there's anything that I missed or anything you really want to know, just pop a question in the comments and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!